Hello, everybody. Today we are going to talk about power of overcoming the fear of failure.
I've got the power.
Is God the power? Do you have the power? And I believe that we all do have the
Correct.
power, right?
Correct,
JJ?
correct. We all do have the power, but unfortunately, sometimes we don't have the belief that we have the power. It's the superhero story where, hey, actually you got power, lah, bro. Then the superhero say, no, I'm just a normal person until something happens, and then they show their power, and then everybody knows their power. But failure is a powerful tool that, if used properly, can propel you to heights that you never could believe, because there is liberation in failure, in a way.
Mm.
At least
And-
I believe so.
And I suppose the question is liberation from what?
Liberation from the fear of other people's judgment, fear of what society thinks of you, fear of, hey, what about, but if shy lah, thick face lah, jaga muka lah, all those lines. If you're watching from overseas, jaga muka means, a saving face, in a way. So in case you're wondering, jaga muka. Okay, so now you understand. So when you fail, you already achieved all that. You already are embarrassed, you already made the mistake, you already fallen down, you already sometimes been dragged through the mud, you've already done everything that you're trying to avoid. So as soon as you fail, you no longer worry about that, because you're already that. There's nothing else that can happen to you that will make it worse. So therefore, with that comes the power.
Yes, with that comes the power. And I think what the operative word that you use over there is when you fail.
Yes.
Right? It's failure is inevitable.
Yep.
Yeah. And so when it comes to you personally, right? Ooh, we're gonna get personal.
Let's go.
right
Let's
now.
go.
Let's
Let's go.
personal.
Since we're going there, let's go. Might as well go all the way. Let's go.
Yeah. When did you personally come to terms with failure?
When did I personally come to constantly. Let me give you one example. The reason why I'm sitting here is because of a failure. And then you go like, what? People know my illustrious career in radio. But how did I start in radio was a pure accident. Was pure because of one failure. I have to fill my time, therefore I joined radio. And that's the truth. Okay. I was studying electrical engineering. I was not well versed with the credit system and how it works and what was needed and what was compliance and what was okay or not. I just believed the words of others. So when it came to when you go to local U, when you want to graduate, you've got to go to the dean's office and you got to fill up the credits and tell what credits and all that. Let's just say there's one credit that I assume I was going to get because I did something for the university, was not actually a credit. So therefore, I had to extend my university days to earn this credit. So because of that extension, which was basically a co-curriculum subject, so I was playing tennis to become an engineer, but at the same time, I had like 7 other days and so many other hours. So I joined radio just because I wanted to fill the time. But during that moment, I felt like a total loser, total failure, embarrassed. Friends were graduating. I was left behind. People already were making plans. I was still, I got another semester to kill. So that moment, I was like embarrassed to tell friends, embarrassed to tell family. But because of that, I went into radio, and the rest is history. So, yeah. So I learned from failure. But what that failure taught me was, the saying of everything happens for a reason. It's a horrible saying to give someone who has not found the reason yet. Okay. So sometimes people are still finding the reason that they failed, or something hardship. So do not do not provoke them. Let them find the reason for themselves. But I do believe everything happens for a reason. But from that failure, I've learned to accept bad times as an opportunity that's about to arise, but I have to be more aware and open to try new things, try things that I didn't even see in my path. Things that like engineering. I was thinking engineer, suddenly radio. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
but radio was by an accident, and then I took that path. And so when you fail, you know your blinders are gone. The path that was supposed to be paved in front of you crumbles into dirt road, and then you can just explore. That's where courage comes in. You have to have the
Mm.
courage to explore. So yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
So courage is the first step to overcoming our fears.
Yes.
And share with us in the chat. What are your own personal stories of overcoming failure? Is it in business? Is it in family? Is it in relationships?
Yep.
Because all of these areas are very very big things for us, and usually it's the areas where we have the most to lose, where we have our biggest fears.
Hmm.
And one of the things that you said, as the saying goes, everything happens for a reason. I like to reframe it where everything happens because of a reason or reasons, right? Because there's a specific path towards where you are here right now,
Correct.
right? And the
Correct.
question is, with where you are right now, how are you going to create a path towards where you want to be, to build the reasons that will transmute, that will create, that will manifest the outcomes that you want.
I like that.
Mm.
I like that. I like that. The weird part about what you just said is I have a thing that not a thing. Like people say, do you have a plan? I keep telling people I have a destination,
Mm.
but I have not plot my journey because I'm allowing my journey to take me where it needs to be, but I know where I want to head to.
Mm.
Does that
Mm.
make sense?
Yeah.
So when it comes to trying new things and the direction that you're supposed to take, I'm actually quite open to experimenting, failing, taking the wrong path, you turn back, and then take to the right, and then go to one uncle and ask, hey, where's the direction? The uncle say, actually, you go straight, and then you take the second turning to the right, you take the second turning to the right. The uncle like, no lah, it's on the left, and then you go back. Life is like that. All right. But as long as you know where you want to go and be open to asking for help to get to where you want to go and learning along the way, you should be able to get to the destination you want to. All right. So that's a very important thing. And talking about learning and all, that's why we're having this thing tomorrow, in fact. And if you're first time hearing it, do me the honors of explaining to them what this direction, uncle direction that we're going to give you tomorrow. If you want to take back to what I was joking about earlier, the uncle telling you to left and right, but this one is not uncle, this professional like ways like that. Okay. What's happening tomorrow?
Are you sure not uncle? Aren't you one of those uncles?
Hello. Uncle is a state of mind. Yes, I am uncle. But go ahead.
All right. So we've got a panel of experts and an uncle to share with you throughout this weekend in what we call the seven mountains
Yep.
of influence, and you're able to learn more about the event over here right now on your screen is bit.ly/seven mountains dash sponsored. Okay, so the seven mountains of influence is this concept and principle of what are the seven key areas that you can tap into to not only find your own personal purpose, and
Yep.
within your purpose is where you will find your courage to overcome the fears, the challenges that is standing before you. Right. And once you overcome that, to tap into the seven mountains of influence to amplify your purpose and your message out into the world.
Correct. And also for those of you who may not know your purpose yet, you never know. Through talking to listening to others, remember it's going to be an open format when it comes to some of the speakers where you can interject, you can give comments, and the speakers can expand from that as well, and that could give you an idea that you never thought, like me going into radio because I wanted to go become an engineer, you know what I mean? So you never know what you can get along this journey, but this journey is going to give you a lot of experience, expose you to things that maybe you thought, I don't need this, I just need this to become successful. But by listening to others and a different point of view, in subjects that you never thought will be important to you, you could actually suddenly spark a different purpose, a different reason why, wait a minute, I just realized this is my purpose here, and that could happen tomorrow. So don't forget to get wait, let me do this right. This one, this thing, yeah, this one, no, this one, this, yeah, here, okay, got it. Very shy lah. Fail, but never mind, we're okay, we don't mind failing. So now I know it's here. See, so from the failure I learned, straight away direct ready. But before, just now I had to find. So anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So join us at the 7 mountains of influence to learn how to overcome your
Yep.
fear of failure, especially in the areas that's most important and most dear to your heart.
Yep.
Because once you're able to identify it, that's where your greatest power lies. Right? Whatever you're holding yourself back in to say something, to do something, to be something. That is where you will realize your highest self. So join us on this journey of the 7 mountains of influence over here. Bit.ly/7mountains sponsored is also available in the description. So moving on.
Yes. I'm pointing out. I know over here you don't see it, but I know exactly if I point here, because from the failure, I know this one straight away the word. So like that. See, I don't even have to look. That's saw not. That's how terrible. Okay, anyway.
So moving on. Where one of the words that you shared over and over again when it comes to fear is the whole concept of shame. Where do you think the root of shame comes from?
Okay. The root of shame. Wow, suddenly we end. I thought we're getting deep tomorrow, but let's start climbing the mountain now. The root of shame, I guess it's the wantingness to be accepted, the wantingness to be part of something, the wantingness not to not be an outcast, the different one in that group, being the strange one. You want to just blend in and have, because we are pack animals, more or less. We are social creatures. We want to be part of something bigger rather than just, I'm not saying that if you're a loner, a person who wants to be by yourself, that you're strange or anything. No, that's not wrong. I'm just saying that's how you are. But majority of the time, people want to be in a pack, want to be belong to something. That's why you hear some people going down the wrong path, because they want to be part of something, but unfortunately that something they want to be part of is wrong. So shame, I believe, comes from the fact that you do not want to be the person different from that group. Therefore, because if you're different, therefore you might just be pushed away. So you're embarrassed that you're different, and I guess that's where it comes from. I could be wrong. How about you? Where does shame come from? I know you do got the scientific reason. I'm just open talk one.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. Based on the studies out there, we gain shame because of our need for social acceptance. Right? We are tribal creatures because of millions and millions of years ago, we had to stick with a tribe in order to survive out in the wild, right? And then when we do not get accepted by the tribe, it almost certainly meant death. So we had to be out alone, fending for ourselves, and we don't want that, right? And then I think shame is a mechanism for us to be able to survive in the world, right? And I feel that that also begs to question, what sort of tribe, what sort of people are you surrounding yourself with? Right? Are they constantly shaming you, right?
Right.
Making you feel like, oh, I need to be accepted, I need to please, right?
Right.
Or maybe it's just coming from yourself as well. So one of the things that we strive to do when it comes to iSummit and our community is for you to feel accepted, for you to be able to learn and grow as a fellow human being. Because let's face the facts, we are not perfect.
Yeah.
We are not perfect. And everybody has their own path and journey, and we want to create a community and environment where you are able to thrive, where the seeds of your greatness is able to flourish within the right environment, right? If you take a seed of an oak seed, and then you plant it in a small little pot, the tree will only grow so big.
Cannot.
Yeah, but when you put it out in an open field where it's nurtured, it's nourished, it has sunlight, it has enough water, wow, how big could that oak tree be? And we want to create that for you.
Well done. And don't forget, so if you want to be part of this, I know it's going to sound like a broker record, but I want to see you there. I really want to see you there. I want you to be part of this. I want you to share your journey, share your experience, share your insights as well. Even though the speakers are the professionals or
Uncles.
uncle. I didn't want to go uncles, but yeah, professionals in their own right in each industry, in each topic they're going to cover. That doesn't mean they know everything. It could be an insight that you share with them that they didn't see in their peripheral view, and you could actually widen their own point of view. So they, including me myself, would love you to join us and add to the community, add to the Seven Mountains, add by giving us your energy, by being there, by giving us your insights, by commenting, giving us just your presence and light. And we'll hope to see you. Remember, it's the Seven Mountains of influence. And if you want to join us, sauna. I didn't have to look, straight away there already. Sorry, I'm very proud of myself. There you go. So just join the link. And yeah, you're going to get more of me talking like that. If you don't mind me talking like that, join me. If you do, then inform me when you join us on our Zoom and tell us like, hey, JJ, maybe you should calm down a bit so we can have a direct conversation. All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. So bring your presence and light with yourself, your friends, your family, your colleagues, your loved ones. Join us on this journey at the Seven Mountains. Again, the link is right over here. Join us. We've got a panel of amazing speakers, including JJ, and then we've got Simon Leong, our co-founder and business partner as well. He's also known as the Google Insider, so he'll be sharing with you, very deep insights, what goes on behind the scenes, especially when it comes to education and social media
Correct.
nowadays. Right?
Correct.
So you don't want to miss that.
So please join us. And here's the thing: what you can do is, if you are afraid that you'll forget, share this link with your friend on your WhatsApp right now. Like, copy this link, share it to your friend on WhatsApp. This video you're watching, share it. Then you can go back to the video. Then go, hey, I saw that video that day. I don't know what. So now go. Seriously, just one friend right now. Share this video with one friend right now, and ask that friend to share with another, and then join us tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. We're
Good to see
looking
you.
for it. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it.
Okay, just for one more time for keepsake. There, sauna.
Chun.
Sauna.
Learn from your failure.
Exactly.
See y'all.